So the market is obviously filled with tons of true wireless options, but today we have the Skullcandy Grind, which do have some very interesting features that you don't typically find. Hey guys, I am Siddharth and these come in at around 7500 rupees, which is around 100 US dollars, but I will have a 10% discount coupon code in the video description, so let's see how good they are. Inside the box, you will find the manual, the earphones. They come with a reversible USB A to Type-C charging cable, and you will of course get some ear tips of different sizes. You will find the case of the Skullcandy Grind to be a bit bigger and heavier than other earphones, but that is because of the big battery inside, and even though this is a bigger case, it is designed in a way to adjust to the curve of your thighs, so carrying these in pockets is still quite easy. The case has LEDs to indicate battery level, and an LED is also present over the Type-C port for charging. As for the earbuds themselves, they also have a unique design, and even though this may not look like the most ear-friendly shape, they are actually very comfortable to wear because it is mostly the ear tip that touches your ear, so you can really wear these for long periods. The Bluetooth version on these is 5.2 and they also connect to your phone just as you open their case, which makes pairing quicker. Now these earphones have physical buttons on their sides to control everything, while even earphones that cost much lesser come with touch controls these days, but I don't really mind that on them because the physical button is quite easy to press and I usually get a lot of accidental touches on the earphones that have touch controls. You have your typical controls on these like play, pause, charging tracks, volume control and Google Assistant, but one really amazing feature on the Grind is that you can customize what these buttons do with the Skullcandy app, and you can also assign some very unique functions on these. You can actually set one of these buttons to be the camera shutter for your phone, so you can just hold it and it will take a photo, and it can also start a video recording, which can be really useful if you have a use case for it. These earphones also support Spotify tap feature, so you can just activate that with a long press and it will just resume playing on Spotify, or it will give you a track from your Spotify recommendations. Another extremely useful feature on these is a stay aware mode. It feeds your ears the ambient sounds around you through its microphones, so that way if you are using these on road or on a footpath, you can avoid any vehicles that may try to hit you. At this price, I wasn't expecting a lot, but this ambient sound mode sounds quite natural. The Skullcandy Grind also have voice control, which is different from your smart assistant. You can say "Hey Skullcandy" without touching anything, and then you can control volume, playback, change tracks, play Spotify, launch Google Assistant, and you can even accept or reject incoming calls. This will be very useful when you have your hands full with things, for example when you are working out, and these voice controls are also very responsive and they work well. The last unique feature I want to talk about is the ability on these earphones to share the audio. So if you have another Skull IQ supported product, you can just press on one of these earphones for 3 seconds and that will connect to another pair of earphones, and then you can play the same audio in both of the pairs, which can be really nice because you can share the music without sharing your earwax. But that was actually not the last unique feature on these, because in case you lose one of these earbuds, you can also find it by using the Tile app that they support. You can ring them to be able to locate them, and the app also shows your location history, which is really cool. This is a mic test for the Skullcandy Grind, and it does sound kind of average for a true wireless earphones. Now I will play some pink noise. And this is how well the noise cancellation works. Do give this video a thumbs up if you are liking it so far, and you can also subscribe to the channel with bell. The battery life on these earphones is really amazing. The earbuds themselves deliver 9 hours of playback, and with the case, you can reach up to 40 hours of battery life, which is rare to see in true wireless earphones. Lastly, we also have IP55 water resistance rating on these, so it won't be an issue if you get them wet. But all of these features are not going to matter if they don't sound great, but the good news is that the Skullcandy Grind do sound pretty nice. They have the typical Skullcandy sound signature, which is V-shaped, but it has been tuned tastefully, so they sound pretty fun, and for modern genres like pop and electronic music, they are really nice. But the mids on these do sound recessed as a result, so you may need to use the EQ to balance that out. The very nice thing about the Grind is that they offer customizable EQ on the Skullcandy app, and these settings stay applied on a hardware level even when you switch to a device that doesn't support the app. So even if you need to tweak their sound, it is very simple to do, and hardware level EQ support is a feature that I have only seen on much more expensive headphones. On their default settings, their boosted bass still hits hard and it sounds fun, but you can reduce it a bit to make it feel tighter. It is a similar story with the treble, which is also boosted a bit too much for my taste by default, and you can again reduce it by 2 or 3 decibels if you are treble sensitive. You don't need to use EQ, but if you are an audiophile who is used to more balanced sound signatures, you may want to try that. The soundstage on these is also nice, but one thing that may bother some people is that these are not very noise isolating earphones because of their shape. So overall, the Skullcandy Grind are an incredibly feature-packed pair of true wireless earphones, and all of the extra features they offer are actually useful and not gimmicks. For the price of 7500 rupees or $100, these may not be the most resolving of the earphones for audiophiles, but considering the overall feature set they have, the sound is good and they are a great overall package. So I'll have links to buy these in the video description along with a coupon code that will get you 10% off. Let me know if you found their feature set to be useful in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it to be helpful. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.